Core Proposition 4 is about being a reflective and growing teacher. To me, this means always learning, improving, and adjusting to meet the needs of my students. As an educator, I believe that one of the best ways to teach is by modeling the behaviors we want to see: respect, empathy, curiosity, and openness. These values help create a classroom where students feel safe and respected. I make it a priority to show students how to actively listen, ask meaningful questions, and appreciate the different backgrounds and ideas their classmates bring to the table. My experience in MSCD 508 helped me learn how to create lessons that reflect students' identities while also supporting their academic and social growth. I now plan lessons that not only teach content, but also build skills like teamwork, problem solving, and kindness, which is especially important in the early grades where students are learning how to work and grow together. Vygotsky's sociocultural theory reminds us that students learn through social interaction and by connecting new ideas to their own experiences. Some strategies I often use are think, pair, share, morning meetings, and exit tickets to support these social learning opportunities. These tools help students share their voices, listen to others, and feel like their ideas matter. For students developing language skills, I can also use picture prompts, interactive read-alouds, and structured routines to help them grow in confidence. In every lesson, I try to include opportunities for students to connect, reflect, and learn from each other. I want them to grow not just as learners, but as kind and thoughtful members of our classroom community. Being intentional about planning also means making decisions based on what I know about my students. In MSCD 630, I learned about literacy tools to help students' development within the content area as well as ELA-related tools. I also used decision-making guides to help me plan lessons with a purpose. This guide helps me consider students' needs, including their reading levels, interests, and emotional development, before building a lesson. It also prompts me to think about the standards, past assessments, and which materials will support their learning best. This approach is further supported by Bruner's idea of the spiral curriculum, where students revisit concepts over time. I've used this idea in my first grade student teaching experience by introducing important vocabulary early on and then returning to it in different ways through read-alouds and other writing tasks. I also use strategies like scaffolded instruction, pre, during, and after reading activities, and academic language routines to help students make steady progress in literacy. One of the most important things I've learned is that good teaching requires constant reflection. Whether I'm teaching a mini math lesson or supporting students during literacy centers, I pay close attention to how they respond. If I notice confusion or disengagement, I make quick changes like rephrasing directions or offering more support. Afterward, I take the time to reflect on what went well and what changes I'd need to make next time. To stay organized and reflective, I created a reflective binder. This binder holds lesson plans, student work samples, feedback from supervisors on previous lessons, and notes about what have worked in the classroom. One section includes my own reflections and supervisor comments on completed lessons. These reflections help me think long-term about what's helping students succeed and what I want to improve on. In my work with my first graders, I've seen how visual schedules, hands-on materials, partner reading, and small group instructions meet a range of learning needs. Using these strategies, then reflecting on their effectiveness can help me to continue to grow as an educator. See you on the last CP.